Guys, make sure you subscribe to Cat Culture Radio. Remember, the link is pinned on top of the chat, also the community tab, and also in the bio. We are going live tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern time, with my good man Prince Akeem, my good man New Joinera. Also, we just recently dropped a video reaction to the 80-20 rule, where the man was explaining the 80-20 rule. So please make sure you go over there and subscribe to Cat Culture Radio. Remember, the link is pinned on top of the chat. So this one right here is actually it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna play it, but it's kind of funny on how the aspect. It was a woman stating she went on a date. Mind you, she went on a date with a guy, and while she was on the date with the guy, mind you, the guy paid for everything, but he didn't do this one thing. She broke, and the guy was nice. The guy was nice. He was charming. He did everything right. Just because he didn't do this one thing, she canned him. So I'm gonna play the audio. Let me know what you think. Time, man, sit back, relax. Let's have a good time.
So let's do story time. So this is a story just about a previous date that I've had. In the end, I really want to know if I'm wrong for thinking the way that I think. So let me know. Stay tuned, please. Okay, so I get there a little early and I valet. He's like a minute later than me, and I see that he parks across the street instead of choosing to valet. I don't really question it because, to each their own, whatever. And then we go and have our dinner. We end up ordering like 3 courses, appetizer, entree, dessert. We had wine. I was really impressed by his palate. He didn't just stick to like the typical things. He was a little adventurous in what he likes to eat. Also, it was a first date too, and he brought me flowers. I really did like that.
Mike, you doing this thing as a gentleman, as a man. He putting game.
So we're getting ready to leave. Mind you, we didn't finish all of our food, so we both have leftover food and the flowers that he gave me. So we're walking to valet, and valet's like, okay, will that be cash or card? And I'm like, card. Okay. So the guy literally does not even attempt to take out his card or like reach in his pocket or anything. Mind you, I have flowers in a hand and I have my leftover food in the hand too. So not only is he not even attempting to not pay for the valet, he's also like completely unbothered with the fact that my hands are full, and I can't reach into my purse. So literally the valet guy is like, well, somebody got to pay. So he takes my he takes my flowers. So I end up reaching in my bag and paying for the valet because somebody got to pay for it. Mind you, again, while we're having dinner, we're laughing and joking, everything's going so good, but I'm just so turned off that he didn't even attempt to try to pay for the valet. And I'm really just a little taken back because I don't think I've ever had to pay for my own valet coming from a date, like ever. Like, that's kind of weird, and it kind of turned me off. So I called my friend afterwards when I got in the car and I was on my way home, and I was like, just kind of explained everything the way I explain everything now. And I was like, girl, like, am I tripping that I'm upset that he didn't pay for my valet? Or like, what? Because this has never happened before.
Okay, here's my take on it, real quick. This is a quick take on it. So let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. See, sometimes the man would test a woman when he's on a date because a man don't want to feel used. Mind you, the man pay for everything today. He paid for the gas. He paid for dinner. He bought her flowers. Now they're getting ready to getting ready to go. All he wanted to do was make sure she paid for the valet. And I think he should have been clear enough in the decision before he went on a date. Like, hey, I'm going to let you know, hey, you got me on a valet. So there's communication. See, the man failed in this aspect because there was no form of communication. Not only that, if let's say it was the first day. She didn't state it was the first day. Now, normally in the first day, the man does pay for everything. It comes from valet, dinner, whatever he does, the man does. The man normally pays for the first day. Now, the second day, sometimes a man expects a woman to help out. So if a man is taking a woman out on a nice date, he expects the woman to at least try to like, hey, I got you on the valet, or I help you out on the tip. But if you're just saying they're not doing nothing, the man automatically gonna get turned off because no one wants to be used. No one want to be used when it comes to in the dating world. That's why I say dating is trash. That's prime example why dating trash, because it seems like things always get messy because it's a lack of communication on both sides, on both parties. See, she should have been clear enough and say, hey, everything's covered on this date. Now, it was the first date, then the man is wrong. She's right. But if it's the second date or the third date, then she's wrong because she got to be clear, like, hey, you want me, you got everything's okay. Then there's communication. But if there's no form of communication, she can expect to be upset because the man is expecting you constantly to help out. So if he's on the car and he's getting ready to go, he got the food, he thought you were going like, hey, baby, don't worry about it. I'll pay for the valet because we had a great time at dinner. But some women don't do that. Some women like to be told what to do. Some women actually like to be told what to do. So if you and the man, you dealing with not the man, tell the woman like, hey, I'm paying for dinner. Make sure you get the valet. Communicate. But if there's no form of communication, you can't get upset if you go to the valet and then now she's looking at you weird because she's expecting in her mind for you to pay. So normally, me, if I'm on a date with somebody, normally I normally pay for everything because I'm the one set up the date. Now, if it's both parties agree, like, hey, let's go to this nice restaurant, then both parties got to chip in 50-50. But if this is the man, like he planned the whole day, he planned everything, then bruh, then you in the wrong. You should have just go ahead and pay for the valet. Go ahead and pay for the valet. You know, and sometimes that turns a woman on too. When you're a man, you come with a plan, you have everything already planned down, and there's no issues, there's no errors. Everything's going smooth, responsible. Women get turned on. That way, as a man, you gotta be communicative. I think men are afraid to communicate with women. Let the woman know. See, women are bold enough in that area. I'm not gonna lie. That's one thing I give women credit for. They will tell you immediately, hey, we going somewhere, you got me. They'll let you know. Men need to start doing the same thing. There's nothing wrong to tell a woman, hey, I'm paying for the date. Make sure you get the valet. Or I'm paying for the date. Make sure you tip. I'm paying for the date. Make sure you buy the popcorn. Like something, get the woman involved in the date. Don't try to do everything. Because if you're doing everything all the time, then you're going to feel like you're being used. Dating tip. So that someone taught me the game. Because I used to be that same man. I would be that same man. We'll go on a date and be like, damn. You know, go on 5 to 6 dates and then realize like I'm in a hole or I'm in a rut or I don't have enough to pay for this date and I don't say anything and I put myself in the hole. You know, so, but as a man, you have to be stern enough, leadership, and tell the woman, like, hey, you make sure you do this. Now, if she say no, date's off. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with telling a woman what to do on a date. And I think men we losing sense of that because, you know, sometimes the woman do look gorgeous, the woman do look sexy, so our mind is going on, but you still want to be aware of your surroundings. Because at the same time, you don't want to embarrass your woman and you don't want to embarrass yourself as a man. So you want to make sure if you're on a date, make sure you communicate everything with your significant other. Period. Now, if you do something like special and it's surprising, then you can expect her to pay. You surprising her. But if in your mind you want her to pay, let her know, communicate. But right now, she's wrong. I'm just saying. But she's right at the same time because she didn't really say like, hey, it was the first or second date. So it's up in the air. So right now I'm just guessing, I'm just speculating because she didn't give me no like real good detail, like is this the first date or the second date. She only said it was a date. So it could have been a couple of dates. It could have been the first date. It could have been the last date. Who knows? But apparently it was the last date because she broke up with the guy. And it kind of show you too at the end of the day, anything that goes on in the date, the women are quick to tell their girlfriend. So that way you gotta make sure you represent yourself the way you normally represent yourself. Because at the end of the day, she's gonna go and tell her girlfriend like, hey, he was cheap, or he wasn't a gentleman, or his game was weak. So you gotta step your game up as a man. And don't be afraid to check the woman when she is wrong. Check that woman. Another free game. Check that woman when she's wrong. Check her. Right then and then. But if she's right, let her know. Like, you know what, baby, you're right. I should have paid for the valet. But if she wants to say, no, baby, I'm not supposed to because we communicated, but there was no form of communication, then, buddy, you're wrong. But at the end of the day, let me know what you think. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Chaos Culture Radio. Remember the link has been on top of the chat. We're going live tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. You don't want to miss. We got a dope discussion with Prince Hakeem and New Joan Era. You don't want to miss. Thank you for tuning in for all my 3 lives. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing for the page. Remember, this page here, we just have fun, talk about different trending topic. We talk about everything. This is a channel where we just have fun. You know, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 3 o'clock. Thank you. I'll see you guys later on Chaos Culture Radio. Make sure you subscribe. I'm over and out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.